Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and you have not already, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. And if you feel like you really truly resonate with the content, please drop me a line, a comment, let me know where you're watching it from, or whatever your inside of view towards the content towards the video. And anybody going through to get to it, I know it's just been so crazy for the last couple of months for me, going through huge transitions, emotional roller coaster, starting to see more clearer now and understanding why things had to go the way they did, and I know that can be very, very, you got to be able to prepare yourself, but how? How are you going to do that when you don't know what's around the corner? But whatever you're going through to get to, I'm sending so much love, frequency and vibes just towards your way, whatever you're needing to help you through your weekend state or your weekend parts of your transition of upgrading. So I'm sending that towards your way. Anybody who's coming in with nefarious vibes, the Decepticon-ass energy is staying with you. No matter what you're trying to push towards anybody else is not being claimed here, consumed, embodied, tied to, Whatever it is that you're trying to push towards me or the collective, that's going to become your reality. All evil eyes go blind, minor spirits go deaf, and ill will towards others off of low vibrational tendencies that people don't want to let go and heal from will go mute. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, having a deeper understanding of your spiritual transition. I mean, you're going through so many different changes. A lot of times we have to go through this where life has been real good and all of a sudden it just plummets. Times like, what the heck just went on? And it's like a lot of times we're not prepared for that because it'll be certain, you have to expect the unexpected. You're going through intense changes. The portals has been opening. Veils has been lifted. A lot of things has just been uncovered, or a lot of people are starting to step out where they're starting to bring the truth out, even though the truth is always there. But got to be some kind of Mandela effect and all that other junk. And I'm still trying to understand the purpose on that. It's like, don't stop trying to confuse me on stuff. I know how that was said. I know what that was before. And then you're trying to tell me, I'm tired of the world trying to gaslight us on saying certain things were a certain way. I'm like, no, it's always been like that. Nope. You're not doing that to me. All those different things. But then it's just like, you're going into hermit mode. The last video I had, I'm like, hey, if you haven't watched it, that's what it was just like. Universe is saying heavy on collective. You're going through a lot of intense changes, a lot of beautiful ones. Move in silence, make decisions on parting ways in silence, cutting cords in silence. Don't be telling people, oh, this is the reason why. If it's something toxic, trust me, they know what they're doing. Just walk away. Just choose you and walk away without having to prove a point. Your point is when you change directions. You're not doing the different things like you're doing anymore. And people thought they had you figured out. You changed a lot. You have to reintroduce yourself to the world. And it's just like they don't know you. Or if they did, they had the access to the unhealed you. Or the one that may have been low vibrational. The one that was subconsciously or unsubconsciously toxic. You getting out of those vibes. Some people are meant to stay that way. Or there's different things where you see, this is creating a lot of upheavals for yourself, and you had to really understand. I had to go through certain repetition of sequences because I wasn't understanding, or I had to allow myself to see I was walking in fear. I was going back to what was comfortable or what was familiar. It's like, we should never be comfortable and not wanting to grow. If you want better things in life, there's a lot of times where people can do little sneaky link type things to get stuff. But then it's like when it comes to your life, your purpose, no, you can't do that. You can't even cut corners. Even if you see other people doing it, like, well, they did it. Well, you're, like my parents used to tell me, you ain't they. Those aren't my kids. You're mine. You're dealing with this. But you're having a deeper understanding, like, I had to go through this. You go through your emotions of, different things that you may have done that was embarrassing or very shameful, or like, I can't believe I did that, or I can't believe I said that, all these different things. But it's just like, it's not to shame you, but it's just like, hold your accountability for the part you played in certain situations, or, allow yourself to even get out of victim mentality. Even when it's just like, it's hard to say that, because especially like if you have been terrorized, you've been antagonized, you've been victim, like somebody really tried to dismantle you. But that dismantle that happened into your life, that was expected to happen. You had to go through a strong, like, destruction vibration. Like, it was probably already self-destructive anyway, and you didn't even know it. And it just depends on certain things in life, like we're just not getting it. Like, signs are there every day. But a lot of times we had to go through a certain sequence of experience for you to say, yeah, I went through, this, or, there'll be a lot of shocking things in your life that we normalize that are truly toxic or too really low vibrational. And it's just like, dang, I normalized this. And it's just like, we had to normalize a new world on constant change. You're challenging yourself on doing different things into your life. You're allowing yourself to let growth really take place, and just having that faith, because there's a lot of different things that's going on where it's testing your faith, your belief in yourself, belief in your collective, your ancestors, God, and it's really playing a heavy part in your life. And some of us are starting to see that, and some of us are in the middle of that, or some of us is already past that. And it's being taught through so many experiences, like where it's projecting a lot of sequence in life where, you've seen somebody go through some very jacked up hardship, or where they felt like they didn't have a fair chance on certain things going the way they are, especially if it's like when somebody passed away, or, somebody's taken unexpectedly, different stuff like that, where I see a lot of different cases. And it's been really, you're healing your heart. So it's just like a lot of things that you can understand, where you get angry when you see the injustice out here in the world. You're looking at the judicial system and you look like, what is this? It's like a circus, it's just like all the different things that's going on in the world. It's like, man, we got to do better. And then it's just like, you see in different things where people are coming out and they're sharing their experiences, like, I had to go through all this, I had to overcome this. That's why it's just like, I'm open with y'all. It's like, I'm not perfect. There's different times I done cuss the whole person out, and then I had to go back and say, you know what, this wasn't even projected. I projected on you, and you weren't even the one who caused it. So I had to be the bigger person and just, own my stuff. But there'll be sometimes, I see a direct hit, and I used to always point it out, and I'm just like, I'm focused more on me. I just don't have time. It's like certain things we have to accept, is going to never change. People are not going to change. Certain things is not going to change. But this is like, but just because that stuff doesn't mean to change, don't mean you need to be comfortable and not changing. Because you'll notice, it's like when it comes to us, we'll catch a lot of hell when we're seeing something and you see what it is. And you just don't want to, put the energy on it. And it will be just like different things where I say I put energy in shit that why not even put it, that mess wasn't even striking a match for. I'll be looking at certain things, I'm like, this wasn't even striking a match for. Like, God didn't die for this. He didn't, rise from the dead and stuff like this and sacrifice himself for me to be going through stuff like that. You starting to know I didn't come to this world to be stepped on. I didn't come to this world to be constantly criticized or making me feel like I'm not enough, or I refuse and reject love. All these different things. It's just like, nah, you went through that. It's like, I refuse to keep going through that. You know, I was constantly always, you know, I was always dealing with somebody, and they always had to have, you know, extra people involved. Or I started doing different things where I had extra people involved, and it was just like, I need to value myself a lot more. I need to hold more respect for myself than I'm doing with these situations, because I didn't care. That allowed me to know you didn't care about yourself. You know, you were doing different things and allowing things and accepting and entertaining things that now it will make me cringe. Like, there ain't no way in hell I'm going to sit up here and entertain that. You know, and now I'm glad I can say I was in those low vibrations, you know, and I put myself in different things. It's just like, Roslynn, why did you do this to yourself? Like, why did you involve yourself with those? But then it's just like, you know, it ain't about beating yourself up on different things that, you know, if you did something that was out of pocket, you admit it. You know, I did something out of pocket. I'm paying for it now, because trust me, anything you do, because it'll be feeling like we're getting away with stuff where we're not caught red-handed. And sometimes it'll be something like that. It will, like, if you know you really got a heart and got conscious, that mess gonna eat you up. To where you like, no, you know what, it would be my daggone luck, I do this mess again, and then I'm paying harshly for it. And it ain't even got to be that serious. But just because the fact is, I played myself like that, and keep doing the same stupid stuff over again, and not experience and thinking there ain't going to be a backlash on that, or some kind of comeback of karma going to pop off. I ain't about to trust that theory, because I've been in situations like that, where it was like, damn, when I didn't do something, this is when I'm sitting up here getting prosecuted. It's because of all them other things that you thought you were getting away with. It comes back to you. Karma comes back. Karma don't forget an address. Karma don't sit up here. Don't think karma ain't forgot. She know everything. You know, you know everything. You know, and now it's just like, when you understand, like, I was putting myself in positions where I did not love myself. I was placing more love with people that weren't even giving me that same time of energy. It's like, this is season finale of Cut the Bullshit. Or this is like, you know, I'm on reciprocation. I'm not about to go to that level. If it's below me, I'm gonna leave you where you're at. You know, you got to be on the same level as me or higher for me to sit up here and want to do that. But every once in a while, it's like I stay quiet, and there'll be that one time like, okay, let me step off my throne real quick and go ahead and get the business and say what I need to say. But it's just like, I'll say what I need to say, but it's like, well, you weren't trying to hurt below the belt, but it's just the truth. Truth hurt real quick, you know. It'll be all those different things. It's like, I really had to go through those different healing of experience, where I see where now I have more boundaries, that people really truly benefited off of me. And I mean, they'll be sad when it goes through that. You had to go through whole, like, boundaries. Like, nah, if I say I don't want to do that, and you coming at me and you know I told you I have boundaries about that, and you still trying that, let me go ahead and stop. You know. And it's just like, the cutoff game is just, you know, you being silent, it is just really speaking volumes. When you start doing these transitions in silence, I used to be that one where you pissed me off, and I said, that's okay, because I'm about to do this, and this after you. And I'm just like, nah. Because I already know, if it was something just like real, just like it was some gutter stuff, it's going to come back. You just got to be patient for it. Even though sometimes I had to grow to be patient, because sometimes I'm like, God and karma they be taking their time. I need to get that mess right now. And then I end up getting hit with the heave-ho. And I end up getting all the extra karma, just because the fact is, I don't want to wait for what God had in store for that situation or that person. Now it's just like, you starting to see that you took your power back. You starting to see all hell break loose from anybody that was, you know, really benefiting off of your energy. You got leeches, you got those damn vampire, you know, energy vampires, and you got incubus and succubus. Then you got these attachments and entanglements, and all that mess is going on. You got to stay on guard 24/7, even though you are loved and highly protected, but you got to do your part too. Because a lot of times it's just like, when we feel like, oh, okay, you know, God say we protected, we collect. No, you need to do your part too. Don't leave this all open like that. You need to be on guard anyway, you know. And it's just like, the more you tend to level up, the more harder things get for you. You're like, dang, you know, you don't told me I'll pass the test. But there's another test you got to go through. You done went through a whole slew, a plethora of different things that took place in your life. Now we're going to put it to good use. We're going to start bringing back the same folks that you had issues with before. Or somebody going to hit you in a weak spot where we know that's some mess is going to really key you off. We're going to see if you're going to come out of pocket. We're going to see if you're going to keep that same energy no matter who is around you. No matter what they have done. Are you still going to be on that cool tip? You have to keep constantly going. You have to be on your feet. This is at that time where you done been there, done that so many times. I mean, it's just like certain people are changing game, but you have to be prepared for that. Expect the unexpected. You know, you going through learning these things, but you ain't learning these things just to be learning them. There's some purpose behind everything that we face, anything we conquer, anything we let go, anything we cut away from, anything that changed our view of how we view life and how we go about it, how we treat ourselves, to where it's reflecting on how we treat other people. You know, so my daggone phone went off. You know, going through all these different changes, that was very necessary. Because a lot of times, like, oh, this is a waste of time. No, it's not. Even though time don't exist to me, you had to go through that. You had to go through pain. You had to go through heartbreaks. You had to go through constant failures. You had to have people just really doubt out. You know, laugh at you, mock you. Feel like whatever you think you trying to manifest, there is no way about this is going to go. You ain't got enough resources. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no support. They don't know what's going on. You ain't this is about proving yourself to you. This is like proving yourself to you, but also being able to project your experience on how you went about it, because you don't know what you are. You're like a walking template of inspiration towards change. And you had to go through some really dark, demented stuff that was like, damn, how did you get through that with a straight mind? Because there's a lot of things that you may be facing. There's a lot of people probably locked up, ain't here no more because they got, they gone to the upper room, or they done lost their daggone mind and became very unhinged, behind the stuff that you are healing from, growing from each and every single day. Be like, God is using you as an example, because there's a lot of times that you can go and tell somebody you've gone through some stuff and be like, whoo, you better than me, because I'm like, I've got that. When I told people, showed people proof of the different things that I went through, they'd be like, Roslynn, I would have been locked up. I would have had bodies. I would have been body and bodies. It's like body, yada, yada, yada. It would have been one of those type of things if I went through what you went through. You didn't know what strength was until that was all that was carrying you. You're a Heyoka, you're a trickster, you're a joker. You know what I'm saying? Not taking life serious, but you very, very smart, very intellectual, very, like when you really want to speak, when you got something you need to say, it's going to cause a ripple effect. Your energy is so magnetic. I mean, you just attract anything. And that had to be at that point. Somebody needs to have you as a blessing. Or you had to be that person that lay down, that you're a spiritual assassin. Okay? You handing out dharma and karma to a lot of people right now. There was a lot of people that was taking advantage, just really doing some Rudy Poo ass shit. Until they came and met you. They were able to, manipulate things. They were able to lie about things. They were able to just cover things up the best way they were how. And they got comfortable with that until they come up and connect with you. Now all hell done broke loose. Shit finally starting to hit the fan. Fat lady is not saying no more. Elvis done left the building. It's all those different changes that was coming by that your enemies didn't expect, and you probably didn't even expect. You looking in the mirror, you see a whole different person. There will be some times when I used to look in the mirror, all I seen was the different stuff that I went through. That's all I saw, and I used to just cry, like, trying to understand why. What did I do? What family tree did I knock down or burnt up for me to have to go through some real jacked up mess like this, and nobody ain't getting paid for it. It was just so many different things, and not seeing the people I've connected with along the way, the different gifts that I found out that I have, or different loved ones that passed on, that it was just a blessing just to be able to give that to them, on blowing their mind about how would she know about different things. And I approached her. She didn't come to me. I came to her, not realizing I had to be connected with you. There'll be different people, it would be weird. And they were like, Roslynn, I seen you in a dream for like about a month or two straight, or a year, on and off. The next thing you know, I never knew who you were. I was looking to try to find out who you were, and I found you on YouTube. Doing the most Heyoka videos there is on YouTube channels. Didn't even know that until a lot of people kept coming back and telling me, you're the only person I know to be holding on to Heyoka. I can't get off of that. I'm going by what, the folks upstairs want me to do. I'm just guided on what I'm doing here. But now it's just like you switching up your routine. You shocking a lot of people, where people put their fears on you. They can't be disliked. They can't be by themselves. So these are the different things that they put on you. And you making it look like it's, hell, you just helped me become my own best friend. I'm good. Because it shows you when you can't be by yourself, that means you were here by yourself unless you were born with a twin or something like that. You came up in this world by yourself. A lot of times you may die by yourself. Transition by yourself, entertainment purposes. But you had to be able to go through some stuff that a lot of people you don't hear that goes through the trials and tribulations that you have. You have healed and prayed for a lot of things you are finally living now. Even if you're not exactly where, you want to be at. But you getting a fresh taste of life. And love how that mess tastes. It's very fulfilling. That's a spiritual food for thought. You going through all these different changes. Like, man. You really sit with yourself, not be in your head and thinking about all the people that betrayed you or all the different things you got going on in your life right now. But just look at all the changes that took place. Look at how you approach things. Look at how you may give more silence than even give in a rebuttal or even a reaction or a response. You feeling like, shit, if this is not more of my growth, I ain't about to invest in this. If you are, if what I'm giving is not being reciprocated, peace. I wish the best. People don't, people get mad at you for holding boundaries. Only because, when you start losing people like that, when you start promoting those boundaries and you holding people's feet to the fire, like, nah, I'm not about to rearrange this to make you comfortable on disrespecting me. I'm not about to rearrange this and make this comfortable for you trying to deflect on me. No, I'm going to hold you accountable for the stuff that you're doing, and I'm going to keep it like that. It is what it is. You got a lot of them damn vibes that you carry. It's like it is what it is. Or 5-4, like I say, around and find out type vibe. And there's a lot of people finding that out. And you still moving peacefully. I be getting all these downloads where there's a lot of people in your life you're seeing with constant tower moments. And you just sit up here just eating your lollipop or eating your ice cream while everybody, I see different stuff like that. It was just like I've been seeing a lot of snakes, and people been seeing snakes in dreams. It's like when I see snakes, I see apples in my goddamn kitchen. I'm like, nope. I was like, when God's up here and show me them snakes, you ain't getting me like that. No, that was very insulting. To even think that. Like, Eve, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, I be damned. Nope. It's just like now, folks can't even catch you while you sleeping. Because it's like your energy is staying woke. It's really staying woke. But it's just like, it's like with me, I'm not trying to be arrogant or condescending like that or anything. It's just about when you can see growth and that shit looks good. It's just showing you. It ain't nothing you proving to other people, but it's just folks are already paying attention to you. And it's just like, hold up. They weren't still supposed to be here. Everything that we placed on them has failed and backfired. When them came right back, what is going on? It's like nothing I'm not doing is shaking them. Or even if it does, it's like it hits them and then it bounces right off. You going through your stages. You done did your time. You clearing your slate. Now people want you to fix it. I'm in that vibe. I ain't fixing nothing. I ain't break. And this is save yourself. I said nobody couldn't save me. I had to save me. You know, you got masks that's falling off. You starting to see a little bit more clear now. This is what this is. Was this truth? No, it wasn't. Was it an illusion? Yes. Was I being manipulated, bamboozled, led astray? Yes, yes, yes. But am I holding myself accountable on the stuff that I can hold myself accountable for? Yes, I will take that. I will take that L. That L taught me so much. It's just like, you know, you can't always win. How you gonna win if you ain't never lost anything? You know, you had to be able to lose a lot of things in your life. I lost my children. I lost my grandchildren. I lost family. You know, got siblings and family I wish I could meet, but ain't happening, Captain. You know, and I had to be okay with that. Being by myself, that's the scariest feeling. That folks made sure I went through everything that was a fear factor to me. But they weren't betting on black that my butt was going to overcome those different things. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm glad my enemies put me in a worse situation where I crawled myself out of. These are different things where they were like, no, that, you know, it'll be like, where you can just imagine where there's a whole group of people don't even like each other, but y'all got something in common. They can't stand you. They can't destroy you. They can't belittle you. They can't sit up here and, you know, really keep you quiet, like chomp you down with stuff. Now it's like you got folks, they got to be real, like they got to keep regrouping. Every time there's a plan that goes on and it's not working because they're in denial that it's not working. You know, it's just like you ain't even in that vibe where, you know, I just want to retaliate and be like, nah, because it's like if I come out, you know, and I tell people, I said, look, that unhinged toxic me and the growth and the essence of the power that I hold right now, having that together, no, that I'll be tearing some mess up. No, that's something that is very dangerous. I don't like, because I know what I'm capable of. And the scariest thing is I know I can be, it can get worse. And I try not to, you know, allow myself to even go there. You know, I'll be at that vibe where I'm glad I'm feeling drained because I allowed myself to stay in my positive vibrations when negative stuff was constantly hitting me. I like that kind of drain. Or I'm sitting up here being productive and I'm feeling good about it. I'm starting to understand why I had to take these twists and turns and, you know, going through these kind of loops and went through a whole holistic emotional roller coaster that was a spiritual upgrade for me that I did not expect myself to go through. And there's a lot of people that are like grateful for that. You may not feel that way when you're going through a lot of hardship, but when the dust finally clears, you understand, you'll have a deeper understanding like, man, I see where I allow people to just go ahead and orchestrate whatever for my life and just didn't take charge. Now I'm just like, that's a choice. I say I know what kind of consequences I have when I make these corrupt choices, and I'm not about to do that no more. It's like God getting real. Okay, God is on that point where He is. If He get unhinged, what? I just ain't trying to be on that side of Him like that. So I try to go ahead and do what I know I need to do. A lot of times, you know, I'll run and, you know, do what I want to and set off, and it's just like, now boom. You know, you be feeling stupid or you feel small. It's like, yeah, they told me not to do that. You know, but you learn from it, right? Okay, then. You know not to do it again, right? Okay. You know, you had to be able to go through these different things. But now you're understanding why you had to let go of a lot of people. Why you had to change your way of thinking. Change how you speak towards yourself. You know, there's a lot of times we don't say the kindest things for ourselves, especially when we're going through stuff. And you have to be able to speak love. You know, yes, it may be hard right now. It's like I'm going through things where I'm trying to give God grace for being grateful because my life could be a lot worse. But I only can come to Him and say, hey, you know, and it's like He wants you to show up even when you're mad at Him. You know, because it'll be like this is based off of His understanding and what He wants you to do. This is not about what you want, even if it's something towards your growth or something He has implanted to you and saying this is your gift. You know, you're going to get that, but you're going to have to go through so many stages. Like, I remember I Forgot who this person was. And it made a lot of sense. It's like, you know, if God shows you a view in your life and saying your life can be this way, but you trying to understand how is my life gonna get here? You think he gonna tell? It's like it's gonna happen, but you know you got to go through a journey. You got to go through a path. You know, because if he tells us verbatim everything you gonna have to go through, you think you about to go? Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. You know, you ain't gonna want to do that. So it's just like on a need to know basis. I had to let you know where I need you to know. You got everything you need is within yourself. You just got to go deep and find it. You got to meditate. You got to separate from situations, thinking, and vibes and frequencies that's no longer serving you. You feel like your life is tearing apart? Yes, because we're rebuilding this on something that's going to grow for you, that's nurturing to you. We had to get everybody out of your life that was going to be an ill will or a hindrance or a blockage on your blessings. We had to show you how people truly are when they felt about you, when you needed them. You know, life was good. When life was good, everybody and their mama around you. Everybody he ha. You know, you going through the Missy Elliott situation. But then you going through that. But when times start getting dark, it was like roaches when the lights come on. Where everybody at? You know, where is everybody at? Or you had a very seldom few where people can see you at your dark moments and saying, you know what, this is just a rough patch for them. I've been going through it. Let me be there for that person, because you know what, they were there for me. You know, a lot of people like, shh, I got what I wanted. I benefit off of that bill. You know, and then going about that business. You had to be able to see the trife in the people that you went above and beyond for. The people that you would fight for. And the main one stabbing you in your back. You can't even tell the difference between friends, foes, and enemies no more. Everybody sitting up here, they link all in the same way. But this is where you, the CEO, you had to be able to, is this worth me staying and connected with? And this is part of my growth? Is this person happy to see me succeed? You know, when you have haters stand for having anger towards anybody reaching success. You know, you're going to have a lot of that. But those are ones going to be mainly promoting you as well. Just as the ones that sit up here and promote you or support you, you won't have the same ones trying to tear you down, not realizing they making, let me see what this person is about. Why they keep on talking about this person. And it is just like, if they low vibrational, then they can understand where you coming from. If you just want that person to be seen as the most dark, like you being described as the damn Antichrist, when it's the people that's saying you the Antichrist is the Antichrist. That's the spawn of Satan right there. But it's just like you go through this stuff, and there'll be different people that are on that same spiritual journey as you, and they'll redirect them towards the people they need to see. And then when it starts going down and they growing and they getting out of that veil of confusion and illusion, lies and deception, they gonna understand why that person ain't in your life no more. Because a lot of people will talk about you because they lost the opportunity to talk to you. And when you start being quiet and you moving in silence like that, people, you know, when people see whatever they're doing is not hindering you, it's just allowing you to move differently when it comes to different connections, you know, or you had to go through certain experience where you probably talked about something prematurely. This person already see, you know, when you on a vibe like this, it's like with mine, it was like all support was trying to be cut off, blocked, or anything, because they know if the right people come in, and the way I got my mindset on growing and trying to get out there like that, and they see, and it's just who I'm related to, and they already see how bad they are, and I mean they're bad in a good way. They're we can't have that. We can't have another one repeat that. No, we can't. We gotta destroy all that. Anything that's linked to any kind of success, we have to do that, because that we already see. If they were able to do this and we put all obstacles and they still soared above us, no, that next one, the next generation, we gotta pollute it. We gotta corrupt it. We gotta, you know. We need them at that same low vibration we are. You know, you going through that. That's why you had to go through so much hardship, because they know if you got that vibe of something angelic, something that's powerful, that needs in the world today, oh no, we want you to stay that same kind of energy, but we need you to be low vibrational. We need you to be toxic. We need you to be insecure. We need you to be narcissistic. I need you to be a sociopath, sadist, masochist, whatever. Trauma bonding, love bombing, just keeping stuff going, just keeping it going. We need disruption in the world. That's where it's like a lot of things. That's where when the coin flipped. You turning tables and flipping them over just by the changes you're going through. This stuff made you a better person. It made you appreciate those hard times because it shows you every time. It's like you go through something, and a lot of times you tired of going through what you go through because it's really just draining you in every kind of way. But that's that time for you to take rest, recharge, recalibrate yourself, meditate, go out in nature, journal. Video diary, do different things like that, because there's a lot of things that's right now that you can't even talk publicly about. Your different moves that you're making, and if there's an image that popped up in your head when I said that, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. There'll be certain things that you may want to tell somebody and trying to understand why the phone just clicked, or all of a sudden that person couldn't come over that day because you were so excited about the new achievements that you about to step in. Or different times when the phone just ran out of signal, or you trying to call and then the call say it keeps failing. That's something you need to keep to yourself. You moving in silence. Not everybody needs to know your come up. You can be able to talk about your experience just like I do, but you keep things that that's very sensitive, that it can take you somewhere, it can skyrocket in your life. Keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. Even when you happy, you gotta understand not everybody got that same heart as you, the same mindset as you. Because I was naive and gullible like that. Because I know if my direct anger is you, I'm like, I just don't like you. Give me a chance. I'll fuck your whole life up. I used to be like that. I didn't lie about people that I didn't like. I'll tell your ass real quick, I don't like you. And people used to laugh at me for that. They were like, "Well, you ain't got no filter." No, I don't. Now it's just like I had to add that filter. You speak when there's a must that you need to say. It's like you ain't got to do a clap back or do this ego thing and stuff like that, because you seeing how it even happened on road rage. People will take your life in a minute. They ain't got no kind of sense at this time, because it's like a lot of life doesn't mean nothing to a lot of people out in this world, because they're so quick to take it. So quick to take it. So it's just like a lot of things just don't need your energy. It'll let you know, okay, this is that time to go ahead and speak what you need to speak, and you set your tone and you go right back to your boundaries where you need to be. This is all what needs to take place right now. And you going through those initial changes where you speak when it's meant to be spoken. Like just like with me, I don't do videos unless I have something I really want to talk about. I'm going through my own stuff. Going through these changes, but I'm learning. I'm winging it. I'm trying to get on. But I'm trying to do the best. Show up for myself each and every day. Try to allow myself to see a blessing even through chaotic situations. And it's just like that growth is everything to me. Going through these different stages, it's like, I want to prepare for it. I wasn't too crazy about it. But then I understand why I had to go. Why I had to change. Why I had to be okay being by myself. Why I had to go through the hardships constantly. Had to go through all those different things because it changed me in a very good way. I allowed it to. First I was fighting against the current. I was going up street without a paddle, and I was doing that because I was resisting change, and life started getting very worse for me. It started attracting a lot of negativity. When I stopped, I'm glad, it's like, even though I'm by myself, I'm glad I'm not attracting that negative stuff, but I'm seeing it when it's around me. I see when it's, and I'll see it and I'm like, okay, what can you do? It's like you either connect with it or you don't, or you do. If you do, it's very little to none, So it's just like these changes is very nurturing towards your, your path, wherever it's taking you to. You may not know, or you maybe do, but you're keeping it to yourself. Other people got secrets, you need to keep yours. Just move silently. Make your decision, make your executive decisions about demoting and promoting people in your life. Things change every day. Miracles happen every day. Blessings happen every day. But you just got to be alert to be able to see it. Even it's just like a blessing if somebody turns you down, or it's a blessing if somebody don't want to be, be in your life anymore for the most craziest reasons, or different things. But you had to go through that. Those are changes that take place is very necessary for you. Either you're gonna learn and grow from these things and keep making a better person. Keep showing up for yourself more and more every day, congratulating yourself on the big things and as well as the little things. You know, reroute things when it just didn't work out the way you thought it were. You know, it's like you're going through these changes that are very, very, you know, very important into our lives, and it's just up to you to be able to see that. You know, so I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support, the share, the thumbs up, the comments. I truly appreciate that. The DMs, the emails, I appreciate that as well. If you want to be nice enough to be send a donation to Cash App, you know, that's there at the in the description box below. Email is in the description box below. You know, I hope you have a blessed, safe week. Please be responsible and safe for every single thing you do. You know, keep praying, stay prayed up. You know, a lot of us is going through a lot of things right now that you are maybe not used to, or just feel like you ain't getting a break. Stay prayed up. You know, keep to yourself. You know, meditate, keep purging, keep forgiving. You know, keep loving on yourself. That's all I can tell you. You know, but I keep y'all in my prayers as well. Even my enemies, I keep them in my prayers as well too. But much love, namaste, God bless. I love y'all. I say shalom, peace.